Hey guys, and welcome to today's first impressions video. Today we are looking at Leap, which is a all-out PvP 30v30 kind of mayhem brawler. It's kind of awesome. You've got different classes, you've got tons of different guns, power-ups, and all the nonsense that you can think of. It is closed beta, so it is important to note that anything I state in this video can be subject to change, and a lot of the bugs and stuff that I've experienced I'm hoping do get changed. We're, as always, going to look through the options first, and then we'll jump into some gameplay. I will show you the different classes and all the good stuff there. It's not bad. My first impressions are it's pretty fun, it's pretty crazy, but it is still quite buggy. This is a playtest server, obviously, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? Alright then, so options, and I'm straight away going to moan. I do apologise, but this is what I do. The menu could be doing with maybe increasing the opacity a little bit. It's kind of hard to see what everything is, and if you are hard of sight or whatever, you are going to have a real big trouble with this because it's kind of hard to read the way that it kind of fades in. It looks great, but maybe making it a bit darker behind the text at least would be advantageous. That being said, there are plenty of options to choose from. You can do all manner of things, which is really cool. You've got visual effects on the marker and stuff like that. Plenty of options here for the gameplay for you to really sort of adjust it how you want. Video, however, I am a little bit disappointed with how graphically stunning this game is. It would be nice if there were a few more options. That being said, you do get your resolution scale and your view distance, which is nice. So you've got an FOV slider. You can change the DLSS settings from performance to balance to quality, etc. Then you've got AA. Again, it's on ultra. It would be nice if they had values for that. Post-process quality, again, it would be nice if they had values for that. Your shadow quality, texture quality, effects quality, foliage quality, VSync, and then motion blur. Why on earth you would have motion blur in a game like this where it's already quite difficult to tell what the hell's going on? I don't know. Audio settings, you've got a ton here. I like the fact that they've got always active or push to talk, and it is push to talk by default. I haven't actually heard a single person speak in-game yet. And you've got subtitles on as well as all your different volumes here. Very robust menu, very happy with this. Key bindings. This is where another moan comes in. You've got no dash button. So if you are using a controller, which obviously this is a PC-only playtest, so I'm putting myself at a massive disadvantage, but this game is coming out on consoles, and I do prefer using controller for shooters. Have a go at me in the comments if you really want. But it says you can rebind the keys, and there's no dash button by default on your controller. So I select here, and I press the button, and it goes there. But the second I hit apply, it disappears. I don't know if this is because I'm double booking it. Most of the games would just take the vehicle boost off and move it to the other option. But the thing is, if I change it for a different button, i.e. the right thumbstick, it does the same again. It would be nice if you can rebind the controller buttons for it to actually save. I don't know if this is a bug, I don't know if this is an oversight, but it's really annoying because I can't move or do anything. It's the same with crouch. There's no crouch button, and I wish to God there was a crouch button, but there isn't. It's really annoying. It's really annoying, all of this. There isn't a square button being used, so if I... It's not square, it's X because it's X for controller. So yeah, all the buttons are being used currently. So there's a bit of a remapping issue there. It would be nice if it saved what I want to save, so I can crouch in-game and so that I can dash in-game using a controller. Again, if this is coming out on consoles, that is something they're going to have to look at, because without those, especially if this is going to be crossplay, it's going to be a nightmare. It severely lacks your abilities in game, and I don't want to play with a keyboard and mouse, so shoot me. That being said, overall the menu is pretty good. There's a lot of options here, a few tweaks here and there, and you're onto a winner. Let's jump into the game and see what different classes are and see what the action is actually like, shall we? Alright, so we're into a game. We're going to start with the Pathfinder, which is your default loadout. You get an Avenger AR, an M7 tactical shotgun, a support shield, a frag grenade, an airstrike, and a hoverboard. That's what you get. And then you can basically choose wherever on the map that is in blue to deploy. And away you go. You've got to capture and control. It's basically just to capture the flag, but on a massive scale. This is a 30v30 PvP madness. You start with a hoverboard that you can speed up. Like I say, speeding up on the hoverboard is fine. That's not an issue. It's more when you get out of the hoverboard and try and shoot stuff. As you can see with the controller, the sensitivity of the thumbstick is kind of insane. It is really hard to aim with anything, which is a problem. But the action's pretty fun, and as a result keeps you going and keeps you in. It's kind of hard to tell who's friendly and who's not. For me, personally anyway, I am colourblind. Colourblind options in the game would be nice. Generally though, if I see somebody shooting at everybody, I'm going to shoot there as well. Again, I can't crouch, which makes getting out of trouble a bit of a problem. Frag grenade out and hope for the best. And this is the game. You basically got to try and not die and capture all the points and do all the good stuff. And it is pretty fun. So that's the AR machine gun. Then you've got a shotgun, which you obviously can't aim at anybody. And you can get onto your hoverboard at any given time, which honestly, without a sprint button, you're going to want to be doing. And there we go. So we capture the point. We get XP for it. You level up. There are ways that you can get different and better things as you go along. I'm not entirely sure how the shop or upgrading works just yet. I haven't really earned enough to be able to do that. But it looks pretty good. It runs very smooth, and it's crazy enough that it is kind of fun. I'm not a huge fan of the shotgun. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot. You can't really get close enough to do any damage with it, so I tend to just go for long range with the AR shotgun, AR machine gun. Like I say, aiming though is quite difficult because the acceleration on your thumbstick is quite high, very high indeed. I don't know if they're going to work on that and make it maybe a little bit less, or whether changing sensitivity would help with that or not. But it does make the game a little bit harder to play. And again, if this is going to be crossplay, I'm not entirely sure if it is or not. That can be a problem. That can be a huge issue for console players and people that use a controller to play, because it's going to put you at a massive disadvantage where you're already at a disadvantage. So it is worth noting there as well. I'm going to just destroy these. I got killed. Now, as annoying as that was, getting killed is not a bad thing. When you're dead, you can either wait for the 23 seconds to get revived, or you can just hold down your left trigger or whatever button it is on the keyboard to get deployed. To change classes, you literally just click on it. So we're going to try the Titan now, which gives me a Free Fire LMG, an Odin Spear RL, a Thunder Blast, a Frag Grenade, a Devastator, and a hoverboard. I have no idea how to use the Devastator or the Thunder Blast. I haven't got that far yet. I haven't learned that yet. What is nice is that you, again, can choose where you deploy. As long as you own the area, you can deploy there. And the fact that you can choose to be revived, or you can just straight up quit and join the battle in a different class or whatever. The choice of guns with each class is pretty good. They all feel pretty amazing. The game, again, I don't know why you would choose motion blur in this. I can only imagine how bad that would be. The game already feels quite, not sickly, but I can see it giving some people a bit of motion sickness with just how fast paced everything is. But that's what you want from a game like this. Oh, and now I'm going to die. So with the LMG, you can't aim with it, but what you can do is do a shit ton of damage, because it just fires forever. It leaves you at a massive disadvantage because when you're firing, you don't turn as quickly. So that's the LMG there. And then we have the exosuit, the Wraith, which gives you the Scout LLR, which is a sniper rifle, which I am going to tell you straight up, I'm not going to be good. A power sword, a cloak, a frag grenade, an orbital laser, and then your hoverboard. This one looks like it could be a lot of fun. This one looks like it could be a hell of a lot of fun. If you can cloak right, that is. Can I cloak? Can. And then we are all cloaked and sneaky like. Okay, is there anything here? But, interesting to know, when you're cloaked, you can't. You are unable to aim or shoot. So, you've got to use it to get out of trouble really quickly. I am no good with a sniper rifle. But I did get a kill and then I died. You do tend to die really quickly in this game. You don't have a lot of health. And then the final class is the Tech Ops, which gives you an incendiary AR, a reconstruction beam, a gun turret, the frag grenade, and a guided missile. I actually killed myself with the guided missile earlier doing this one, so that was fun. Right, where are we heading? Let's try and get some action going. It looks like this match is pretty even though. And then the matches tend to last for about 15 to 20 minutes. They tend to go on for a fair while. As you can see, this one's actually on 22 minutes left. So it gives you about a half hour for a round. And then it's the person who gets to the highest score, or the person that, or the team I should say, that ends up winning with the most points at the end of it all. I am being shot. I don't know where from. This is not going to end well for me. Owie, I'm being shot from behind. So you didn't really get to see the tech guy there, because the distance you got to travel from point to point, especially if you end up losing, what can happen is you end up losing and you get pushed all the way back to your deploy point, and it becomes very, very, very difficult to get out of that situation. You can get a bit overwhelmed. Everybody starts coming to your point and you just get spawn camped essentially. So I don't know if they're going to do something for maybe a balancing there, where they could make it so that the losing team gets a bit of an advantage, so that you can actually have that to and fro, as opposed to just getting overwhelmed or overwhelming your opposition, and it can become a bit stale and a bit boring there. Nobody likes spawning and dying straight away. It's not the most fun of times. That's the wrong one, that's why. Cool. Right, we got my turret. We got my turret up. Now I've just got to try and find some enemies. Overall, the game is a lot of fun. It is very fast paced, and I can imagine if you're good at it, you're going to have a good time. It fills the void almost of the FPS genre that has been lacking. It's fun. It's interesting, it's a little bit different, there's tons to keep you going. You just die a lot. If you're okay with dying a lot, you'll do alright. If you're not okay with dying a lot, you're going to have a very bad time. And there you are. This is Leap. This is in closed beta until the 21st of this month. I will leave a link in the description down below where you can go for your keys. They are limited. They had about 1,000 left when I acquired my key here. And the game will be coming out soon. There is no release date as current, but this is closed beta, so you would imagine it would be soon. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, or whether you're excited for this or not, and I shall see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.